Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my 2146 Minecraft personal best time. So, as I load in here, I see that there's lava, so I decided to play this seed, even though it's maybe not the best. I'm looking for a buried treasure or a shipwreck here, and I see it in the distance. This 2146 was basically twice as fast as my previous PB of about 40 minutes. It's my first PB that I uploaded, and I didn't play too well, but I played well enough that it makes sense to upload this. And I'm pretty new to speedrunning, but just getting a time this fast, this early on, kind of encourages me, and I'm hoping to go for about a 15-minute run in the future. So I also see there's a ruined portal over to the right on this side. So I'm really hoping that I can get and enter there, but of course there's a lava pool back at spawn that I can always go to. So I go over here, loot the shipwreck, I get 14 iron. So now I'm just gonna craft my tools, and my crafting in this video is just so bad, but you know, it's fine. Alright, so I'm getting my wood, making my boat and doors, finding the food chest, it's all buried. Alright, get some carrots and bread and some leather armor, that doesn't really matter. Alright, so now I get the rest of the wood and grab this buried treasure map, but it's pretty useless, so I just end up throwing it out later. And I grab some gravel just in case this ruined portal doesn't have it. There's the flint, but the ruined portal has a light in it already, so, and unfortunately it's not completable. So I pretty much just grab the shovel, make my way all the way back. Alright, back at spawn, here's the lava pool. And I'll show you guys how I make it. It's really scuffed. I only have like 6 blocks total. Misplaced twice. Eventually get it. Don't even have blocks in my hotbar anymore. But there we go. I think my water ghost bucketed here, so I try to actually grab it this time. Accidentally place the gravel, and then misplace my lava. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Looking for my fire charge, that takes 5 seconds, but I'm in the nether with less than 5 minutes, and my mistake here was that I didn't immediately pause with F3 open, but then I pause, get F3 open, pause again. Alright, so the thing that you want to do when you enter the nether is something called E-ray, where you look at the entity counter, and you want to look at this number in the denominator, and I see that it spikes up from about 65 to about 100 in like 2 seconds. So I immediately lower my FOV to 30, and it turns out it was in the direction I was already looking. You want to look at the numerator, and if that number is about 40 to 35, then you know you're going in the direction of a bastion. So, yep, making my way over there, I end up crafting my golden carrots and my bread. I do have to dig for most of this, and as I'm going there, I'm setting up my pie chart to start pyraying for the fortress, just in case. It's kind of close. I run into some lava, that was kind of bad, but then eventually I see it in front of me. Alright, now I just have to make my way over to the start of the treasure route. I also check in this wall, but there did not end up being a chest, so I end up just getting the gold blocks at the start, blocking that off, craft them. I really didn't have to put down my crafting table. I already had gold armor, so I didn't need to craft any. And then I see this zombie piglin, so I'm like, oh, none of those guys at the bottom are going to be able to get to the top. So then I go up to the top. There's a block missing in the ground already, but I throw a gold. The piglins don't all end up going in the hole immediately, but then they start to, so that's good. I should have thrown my gold here, but I didn't for some reason. I'm kind of sloppy with my routes. I didn't even pick up the gold block there. But for the rest of them, I throw a gold again. It's so bad. I wait for this guy to finish trading, gets stuck on the wall, and then he gets scared by the zombie piglin into the hole. So finally the piglins are in the holes. I should have went to the other side and mined the rest of the gold, but I instead checked the chests for some reason. Like, I've just not been playing much recently. I see this guy, he gets scared by a zombie piglin, but I just end his life. He'd be too much work to try to get into the piglin hole. But now I go to the other side to get the rest of the gold. Alright. And then, let's see. Another thing I will have to do is break the spawner at the bottom of treasure. So I'm thinking about doing it now, and then I'm like, I'd have to come all the way back up here. So let me just get my trades. So after failed attempts, because a block is removed at the bottom, I finally see I have enough pearls. I want some more though, and I have enough string and obsidian. After that though, I do have enough pearls, and I think they're out. So after this, I decide to head on down to the bottom, break the spawner, and then actually I do pause the game here because I had to leave for dinner. This is all just paused. Alright, here we go. Alright, and I could build up, but I think pearling is a lot faster, so I make this really good pearl. And now it's time to start looking for the fortress now that the spawner is gone. As you can see, spawner is still within range, so I decrease my render distance, and I increase it to 10, and that's when it shows the spawner is back. So I know that the fortress is within 10 chunks of my distance. So now I turn it back down, and then I increase it to 9, and then I will move to the adjacent chunks, and then whichever one shows the spawner means it's in that direction. So is it this way? Nope. And it's not that way, and it's that way. So now I know that the fortress is in this direction to the right here. So I make my way up to the top, and I hear a skeleton. I'm like, oh no, this is really bad. So I hit him off. It did cost some health and time, and I decide to make myself a shield so that doesn't happen again. And just inventory management problems. I had so much stuff I could throw at, but I did not see it. So I'm like, okay, do I want to throw a pearl? No, I think I'll just build over here. That's fine. So I end up going this way, eating my food, because I'm kind of running out. And then I do another distance check here. Turns out it's 7 chunks away here after I move 5. So it's in this direction, and I think it might be to the right. But actually, it was to the left also. So maybe it cost a bit of time that it wasn't directly in front, but I end up having to go this way now. So right here, still moving. There's kind of a wall in my way. I'm trying to go to the left here, but there's like a wall. So I'm like, maybe I should dig into this wall. Actually, no, I think I'll run the other way and see if there's an opening around the corner. And there was. I see up there, so I end up making my way up there, and I see the fortress. But this is also the bad part of the fortress, so I'm going to have to do some navigation. I grabbed some gold in the chest and make golden carrots. Alright, so I see a balcony on this side, so that means that going this way will lead to the good part with the spawners. So I grab some more iron, and then I'm like, okay, let's go this way. We got the nether wart room, that means you go down the stairs through the nether wart room. And then next room is also a nether wart room. So, and that leads you right into the lava. So once you see this room with one lava in the middle, that's the beginning of the good part of the fortress. And as you can see, there's a blaze spawner right in front of me. But also there's this giant magma cube, a wither skeleton, and a skeleton. So I handle these guys after taking a bit of damage, actually. And I actually splashed myself with fire resistance, so I don't know why I blocked my shield there, because they can't hit you when you have fire resistance anyways. That guy didn't drop. And then I kill those guys, and one of them drops, so I build my portal here, kill this wither skeleton that was off to the side. Very scuffed. And then I see that one rod did drop, my inventory was full, so I pick up those. And then I'm waiting for another spawn. There it is. Didn't drop. I mine out the spawner so that more can spawn. Another cycle, and I believe I got 0 again. This was probably something that cost me the most time, is just my blaze drops. I get one more here. I craft up some stuff, more spawn in. And I have 6, so, I mean, I'm not really comfortable leaving on 6, so I usually go for 7. With a pace as good as this, like, this is a pretty decent pace for me. I want to just play it safe, since my PB at the time was about 38 minutes. So, I got a 3 spawn, and luckily 1 drops. Why not go for 8, so I'll just kill the rest of these. Alright, so now I'm back through. It's nighttime. I probably should have crafted beds and slept here, but I'm like, just trying to find the angle. Skeleton's shooting at me already. This spider sees me, that was back there. And I hear it coming towards me, so I'm like, oh god, I gotta get this angle. So I may have misjudged it a little bit, but I'm just gonna quickly hit F3 and pause, and I noticed that it was, let's see. I noticed that it was 125.1, so I'm like, okay, 125.1, let me kill this spider, and 3 more zombies are here, so I'm like, okay, well I guess I gotta kill these guys now. Alright, and after I'm done with them, I throw the other eye about 10 blocks away. I'm not really sure, because the spider knocked me away from my original point. So that one was 123.5, so that's more than a 1 degree angle change, even if I'm really inaccurate. Like, I don't have anything that zooms my game in, so I'm like, okay, that's like really close. That's like 300 blocks. So I get in this boat, maybe I should take the dolphin, but honestly, it's not that much faster, and I like boating more than swimming with the dolphin. So, right, we're making my way to the stronghold. I'm looking for it. I know it's pretty close. I could be off because my measurements were bad, but I'm pretty sure that it's close. So I'm like, okay, I really don't like that there are a bunch of mobs, so I'm gonna sleep here. I kill the drowned that was next to me. I get another angle, 126.6. That's crazy. That's another 1 degree angle change from my last throw. And I see it right here. I mean, the bitrate is really bad, but it's right there. So I'm like freaking out right now. And I'm not sure how much wood I have, so I go over here and grab this tree. It cost me a bit of time, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough and I didn't have to go to a library. So now my priority is to find the portal room, right? So I'm looking around for it, and I see this area over here, and I'm like, oh, that's the portal room. And usually Stronghold navigation like takes a really long time for me, because basically the strategy that most speedrunners use doesn't really work for me. So I'm so glad that I found it, and I realize it's a 10i, or it only takes 10, it's a 2i. So I only make 10, and then I'm like, okay, what can I throw away here? And then I craft up all my beds, and I go in. So I make my way over to the fountain, build up this setup for the 1 cycle, and then I run over to the corner, set up my inventory with beds, and just hope that the dragon perches fast. But since I do have pearls, I can wait further away so that it doesn't try to fireball me. And I see over here it's turning to the middle. I'm like, okay, it can perch. And it does. So this is actually crazy. Alright, and right here, I place a bed, and I think that the dragon, when it turns back around, will break the bed. It'll be too low. So I just explode it here to push it up, which might have been a mistake. And then I do the same thing, keep doing the 1 cycle. And then this next bed does good damage, so I can finish it with 6 beds. And that's how I got my new 2146 PB. So I'll try to get another run, maybe a sub 20 next week, and make sure you subscribe so you can see it.